or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
You might not think that the NFL playoffs are broke, but I'm about to fix it.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. We back, baby. It is a Thursday. I'm Theo Dorsey, C-Cat on the other side of the glass, on the ones and the twos. This is Theoretically Speaking. We are just days away from what is the greatest football weekend of the year, annually. Matter of fact, this might be just the greatest sports weekend of the year, given what we're about to take place for the NFL playoffs, the divisional round. On Monday, can I include the national championship game, C-Cat? Am I permitted here?
It is a national holiday. Of course you can include that in the weekend. You can include the national championship.
The national championship game gets stamped as well. You're right, a national holiday, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We are actually not going to be able to do a show that day because we're off as a station. So it kind of sucks because coming off of the Sunday night cap, which is going to be Ravens-Bills, which will decide so much. So it's going to settle so many arguments, Ravens-Bills, and it's going to decide who gets to face Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game, otherwise known as the Mahomes Invitational. We also are going to have the national championship game decided by two teams out of the same region, and I do think that there is not a lot of luster around that game this year. There's going to be some years that it sparks. Some years people don't care as much. The weird thing about Ohio State Notre Dame is Ohio State and Notre Dame are both those schools where either you went there, you grew up a fan of them, or you absolutely hate them. And I think most of the nation can't really figure out who they would rather win if you don't have a dog in the fight.
Or you're Irish Catholic. I've learned this. This is a simple equation in the Northeast, and maybe it stretches across the entire country, but it's either you went to a school and you root for that school, or you're Irish Catholic and you root for Notre Dame, or you are Italian-American and you root for Rutgers. That's what I've gathered.
Okay, so why do Italians root for Rutgers?
New Jersey.
Okay.
And Tony Soprano.
Okay. I'm curious because I'm new to this whole people claiming Notre Dame as as a school that they're a fan of or a school that they feel they have roots to just because of them being Catholic or Irish. I guess I figured the people that are Irish would, but I didn't know all Catholics root for Notre Dame as well.
I don't think it's an all Catholics thing. I think that if they don't have a dog in the fight, they're going to go towards the Irish Catholics and Notre Dame. I think that's kind of how they see their implicit biases roll. I had a buddy who just happened to be the most Irish fellow you've ever met. Not Catholic, didn't go to church or anything. And he was a Duke basketball fan and a Notre Dame basketball fan. Riddle me that. Sometimes when you name your mascot and you call yourself the Fighting Irish, you happen to get a part of the country.
So they also have don't they have cathedrals and stuff on the? Are they the only Catholic school? By the way, are they the only major program?
No, there's more.
That is a Catholic school. I can't
I think Boston College.
Boston
that
College.
bill.
I think Boston College is. You're right. What other schools that are on that level are Catholic? I think the problem is Notre Dame is the most tradition-rich Catholic school.
Yeah. And
they did pull from two different pots. That's how they became so successful and popular there. Not only because of their own TV rights deal with NBC and everything, but they got the Irish and the love from people that are Catholic.
So I got a couple more here.
Two swoops. What else? What are the Catholic schools?
The bigger one is Villanova basketball. Wow. Villanova is a Catholic school. And you've also got Boston College, as we mentioned, Fordham University, St. Louis University, and the College of Holy Cross.
Holy Cross.
Not a lot of saints. There's a lot of St. John's, not Catholic. I guess it's a different Christian university, I assume.
I'm gonna look that up. Well, look it up for me. The Red Storm, the St. John's Red Storm. Are they? They might be a Catholic school still.
Well, it didn't come up on Google, so I assume it's not. What religion is St. John's?
ChatGPT.
What religion is?
While CCAT finds out for everybody waiting on bated breath whether or not St. John's is a Catholic school, I am going to be waited on bated breath to figure out whether or not the NFL is going to right the wrongs that they have done this year. A lot of people are overlooking this story. Many people are actually poking fun at the true victim of how the NFL does its playoff system, but that's why I'm here to tweak it and create some justice here. Did you get a ruling on St. John's?
Yeah, I was wrong. They are Catholic.
Thank you.
Venetian?
They're a Venetian school?
It's a difficult because this word is hard.
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry, man.
Vincentian. Not Venetian, but Vincentian.
Wow.
Vincentian. Maybe it's Italian.
This is tough, man. This is rough for anybody at home that knows exactly what this word is and thinks you're an idiot.
Yeah, like the word Vincent, and then you add a shin at the end.
Vincent and a C-I-N at the end?
Vincent and a T-I-A-N.
Okay. All right, so 888-760-3776. If you know what the hell that is, please let us know right here on Theoretically Speaking. But in the meantime, I will be saying that St. John's is just a Catholic school like the rest of them, and they don't get enough love for it. Everybody can't root for the same people that are pulling for Notre Dame out of nowhere because you're Catholic. I want to see you pull out a Red Storm shirt.
Yes.
I want to see you do that. Then I'll know you're really Catholic. Then I'll know you say your what do they say in Catholic? Like your prayers or
holy?
They do like a Hail Mary. Oh, the Hail Mary came from Catholicism.
Where are we going at here?
I'm going to the NFL playoffs.
We should.
Because one person that was praying and it probably if a Hail Mary wouldn't even save them this past weekend in the divisional round, the wild card round, was Sam Darnold, who I do believe was the victim of the fact that the NFL does not reseed its postseason. I'll concede this as a fan of football. The NFL has the most perfect or close to perfect playoff system, especially now since 5 years ago they've expanded to 7 seeds in both conferences. You only get one team with the bye out of each conference. That heavily incentivizes that 1 seed. The 7th seed actually is not as weak as people perceive it to be every year, though we get several losses from that team. The problem is the NFL cost my guy Sam Darnold, who we were singing the praises of since this offseason, since the preseason when J.J. McCarthy went out and it was clear he would be the starter for the Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold should not have had to play a road playoff game against the Los Angeles Rams. A 14-win Vikings team had no business not hosting a postseason game in the opening round. Damn it, they probably shouldn't even been a wild card, but that's how strong the top end of the NFC was this year. I do believe in a better world, in a more perfect playoff, the NFL switching from just the top 7 seeds and the division winners get home games in the opening round of the playoffs to the top 7 seeds, division winners get the auto bid. I'm looking at you, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but they do not get home field advantage. We will see a more just and a more right playing field for guys like Sam Darnold, who instead of playing a home game against possibly the Commanders and a rookie quarterback, he had to play a road game against the veteran Los Angeles Rams, and they picked him apart to the tune of him being a guy that was talked as a $50 million a year quarterback to now a guy who's hoping the Vikings want to take him back, and also on the open market, those options that he had that were going to be so robust are dwindling by the day as teams look for other options. Darnold isn't a pumpkin. I don't want y'all to assume a guy that's able to lead a team to 14 wins in the regular season and a couple of hard-fought battles because of 2 losses in Week 18 and in the wild card on the road against a veteran, a Super Bowl champion, and Matt Stafford. I don't want us to consider him a pumpkin and a guy that shouldn't be invested in, but it's the NFL's fault. Not Sam Darnold's fault, not Kevin O'Connell's fault, not even, I will say, that offensive line for the Vikings did not do him any favors this past weekend, but not even their fault. It is the NFL's fault for not reseeding this thing. I love everything about the way it's been set up, right? Like 5 years ago, CCAT, we learned the NFL would be adding the 7th seed, and we said, why the hell would you do that? These teams are going to be crippling bad. And then you start seeing the teams that got in there. We have now, 10 data points on 2 versus 7 seeds in the opening wild card round in the NFL right now. Some of the quarterbacks that have snuck in there out of those 10 7 seeds, we got a washed-up Ben Roethlisberger. We got a Mason Rudolph one year with Mike Tomlin as well. A Skylar Thompson for the Dolphins, a Mitch Trubisky for the Bears. Like, there is a who's who of how the hell did that quarterback start an NFL playoff game that have made it as the 7 seeds. But also, CCAT, last year, we got Jordan Love. Last year, the 7th seed, allowing the Packers to creep in there and get a game against the Cowboys at Jerry World, where it seems like every road team has a party unto themselves. We got Jordan Love, which turned into him getting franchise quarterback money in Green Bay, and it turned into us saying he's the heir apparent that could be a future gold jacket-wearing quarterback. So it gives and it takes, but I will say, I think overall, 5 seasons in, now that we've seen it happen time and time again, I like the 2 versus 7 matchup. I like the expanded NFL playoffs. The one fix I have for it is reseed them damn teams. The Buccaneers should not have a home game.
I shouldn't have had a home game, but I like your kind of reasoning, and the birth of this is because of Sam Darnold getting exposed a little bit. He did a whole lot this regular season that earned him a chance to not get exposed early in the playoffs.
What's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of the regular season? If not to provide yourself a little bit of more rope, a little bit more leeway.
An easier path come playoff time. That's why you play all of those 17 games.
Yeah, and he played them very well. You go back and look at Sam Darnold's regular season, and I said it, jokingly, but it's true. If Darnold had just got hurt week 18, if he had just got hurt on the first couple of drives of that wild card game against the Rams, he would have made himself more money than him being out there.
Absolutely.
4,300 passing yards in the regular season. That's 5th in the NFL. 35 passing touchdowns. Again, 5th in the NFL, and a QBR of 60, which puts him right on par for average level quarterback play. But when you pair that with being able to win 14 games in what was the toughest division in the league, and then you say, hey, congratulations, Sam Darnold. What an excellent season. We didn't expect it from you, but you led the Vikings to 14 wins this year. Here's your gift. You get to watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who creeped and crawled their way to a division crown in the NFC South, which was one of the most decrepit versions of a division in the NFL we've seen in modern-day history. That was just bad. It was pillow fight after pillow fight in that conference, especially before the Falcons finally turned over the reins to Michael Penix Jr. Kirk Cousins stunk the joint up. So they said, here you go, Sam Darnold. Great job. You and your Vikings get to hit the road while we have to watch the Buccaneers play a home game. We got to fix that. We have to fix that. The Buccaneers won how many games this year? 9? Mm-hmm. In fact, the Buccaneers won 9 games. The Seahawks, who had 10 wins, were on the outside looking in, and we had to watch Baker Mayfield lead that team in a home game. Now, again, the Commanders beat them out, so we still get the result that was going to happen anyways, and the Buccaneers were not a legit playoff team. They got their tails kicked a couple of times throughout the season that showed us that. And I don't want to demean the injuries they had offensively. Of course, there's context to it. But the Bucs were not a team that should have had a home game in the postseason. The Vikings were. And not only did it cost Minnesota a chance at a playoff win, it cost Sam Darnold millions and millions of dollars. The NFL has the closest product that's to perfect, I would say, in the postseason right now in sports. It could be made much better if they just change that one little tweak. Like, who's against that, CK? Why would there be anybody? Why hasn't it already happened?
Because people want to think that winning the division means something. That's the waving the flag for the keep it as it is, because you want to make those division championships mean something, Theo.
The division championship does mean something. You know what it means? You get to get a cute shirt. You get to throw on a little cap with your logo on it. You get to celebrate in the locker room, pop some champagne, and you get to make the playoffs. You get to make the postseason. That should be enough. I don't want to see a bad team with a home game, especially over, like, the Vikings have 14 wins, and they had to play at a division champion. Even the Commanders, a 12-win team, had to face the Buccaneers on the road, who, the funny thing about people saying division champions should get a home game, if you're the division champs and your whole division stunk and you stunk as well, that means you got not 2, not 4, but 6 easy-ass games on your schedule to go along with improving your record. That's also bad. Like, I don't have any kind of sympathy or sorrow for a team that is bad in their division and sneaks out with the win. Because if you're in a bad division, be like the Patriots. Be like the Bills this year. Be like the Chiefs of latter years. If you're in a bad division, dominate that division. Have a 10, 12-win season. You creeping out of here with single-digit wins in a bad division just tells me that you're even worse of a team than what your record shows.
Yeah, and the more games we add, the less the actual prestige of the division even matters. So if you are a poor record team, that just means you're a poor team.
Yeah.
Like, no one to blame but yourself. We're not in this college football conversation where records can be deceiving. No. You are who your record says you are. That's why all these Bengals arguments we would get in the second half of this NFL season, well, they got to beat good teams, and they aren't. So they are not a good team, and they should not be in the playoffs.
It could be bad teams either. Didn't the Patriots beat them? Like,
week 1.
The Bengals are
killed everyone Survivor.
Next to the Buffalo Bills, the Bengals have some of the most delusional fans in the NFL right now. I honestly, the stuff I've seen out of both of their fan bases, and maybe it's because they're so thirsty to win. Maybe it's because they have the franchise quarterback and they think that they are up amongst the NFL's elite franchises and programs because they have a franchise quarterback. It just isn't how it works. Those franchise quarterbacks y'all have, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, they haven't done it yet. They haven't done enough yet for y'all to start trying to move your weight around and act as if you deserve something that you haven't earned. Let them earn it first. That's why they're trying to give Josh Allen an MVP based on snap counts, and they want Joe Burrow to make the playoffs because they like his cute haircut. Like, make the dude win football games. Make the dude have better stats. Make him have better plays. Like, what happened to the good old days when dudes went out there and actually earned it? Microwave generation.
Well, that's the NBA generation of creating the play-in tournament to give as many chances as possible to the bigger brands and the bigger superstars as possible.
Yeah.
No?
It kind of is like, but part of the play-in tournament too was to make more money. Like, you think about the expansion for the NFL, it also was to de-incentivize tanking in the NBA. That's why I absolutely love the NFL's new model as well. We got, again, 5 seasons of this new NFL format that has a 14-team playoff. The 1 seed getting the bye. That's what created that epic showdown of Vikings-Lions Week 18. If this was 14-team playoffs and both of them got the bye, not 14, but if this was the 12-team playoff, which is what we used to have in the NFL, both teams got the bye, we don't have the same dramatics right there. The Lions and the Vikings might have already had it sealed up based on what the Eagles did in Week 18, so it wouldn't have mattered. That game was epic, right? Or at least it should have been. You also don't get the Packers upsetting the Cowboys last year, the 7 seed sneaking in and doing that. Now, I will say that's the only time a 7 seed has won. 7 seeds are 1 and 9. A lot of that has to do with the bad quarterback play of these teams. Another thing, when I went back and did my research on what these first 5 years have looked like of the 14-team NFL playoff system, it kind of made me feel even worse for Mike Tomlin, because as everybody's hopping on this dude's case and saying he's an underachiever and Mike Tomlin needs to leave the Steelers so they can get better and whatnot, his last 3 playoff games, the Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016. He's washed. The Steelers' last 3 playoff games, their quarterbacks were washed up Ben Roethlisberger, couldn't move a muscle. Ben Roethlisberger.
Against the Browns that year, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it was the Browns. No, it wasn't. It was the Bills.
Okay, that was even the 4th year then.
Yeah, he played the Browns a couple years before.
He's been washed for a while.
He's been washed for some time.
He had a long washed year.
They hung on to Ben Roethlisberger a little bit too long. It was washed up Big Ben. It was Mason Rudolph. And then we got washed up Russell Wilson, which, again, he looked good at times. He looked bad at times. That's what happens when you're older. Those were his last 3 starting quarterbacks. You want to know the 3 quarterbacks he went up against?
Who?
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen.
Why are you playing the games at that point?
What are we doing? How can you even call that a loss for the Steelers? They lost the game before they rolled out there. All of those games, by the way, road games. You're playing at Lamar Jackson, at Josh Allen, at Patrick Mahomes, and y'all are criticizing Mike Tomlin. Name the coach that would have been able to pull that Steelers team to a victory against those behemoths. Those are the 3. That's the class of the NFL right now. The 3 best quarterbacks clearly in the NFL today, and you're criticizing the Steelers for not getting over that hump. Yeah, sure. So that was my point on that. My main point, though, is actually this. What is the way in which you would tweak this new NFL playoff system? Do you want to go back to the days of old where it was 12 teams and you get 2 byes at the top? Would you like to push it forward? Would you like to add a couple more teams? Make it 16. Everybody gets in. This is also like the YMCA generation these days, too. Everybody wants to, give a high five and participation trophies. Maybe you want more teams in the playoff, or you're like me and you say, hey, keep it at 14, but reseed on both sides so we don't have terrible division champions hosting teams that deserve to have a home game. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. That's the number to call in to Theoretically Speaking right now. Tap in with us. What is your one tweak you would make to the NFL postseason? It's already pristine. It is a damn good product. But what's something you would change? And I would change that, not just to put more money in the pocket for Sam Darnold because he deserves it. That was a hell of a year. And is being destroyed because he had to play at the Rams instead of hosting the Commanders. But also, it will be just to those teams that have earned it during the regular season. Large sample size. They didn't play on bottom dwellers of the league because they play in the bad NFC South or the bad NFC West. No. Let the teams that earned it have that home game. Baptist Health Hotline is 888-760-3776. Tap in with the fellas on Theoretically Speaking. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is what combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County, right on through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. The Theoretically Speaking Baptist Health Hotline. Tap in on YouTube, on our Prize Picks YouTube stream. First and foremost, we got some clarification. We got some clarification from Thomas on Notre Dame. You don't have to Catholic to attend Notre Dame. You don't have to Catholic, or you don't have to be Catholic.
Be Catholic, I think is what he meant.
Can you just Catholic? Is that a verb? Is it a verb? I guess to practice Catholicism would be Catholicing.
Yeah, so I can't hang out later today. I'm going to Catholic a little bit, and then we'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah. Go to the confession stand.
And no one's saying you have to be Catholic to go to Notre Dame.
They have a synagogue.
We're saying that it's very kind of convenient that people spawn as Notre Dame fans out of nowhere with no affiliation to the school or know anybody who's ever been to the school. They just so happen to follow a certain religion and have to be an ethnic background. It's very convenient.
Yeah, Thomas in the chat, by the way. What are you like? You're invested in Notre Dame or something? Like, why are you defending them? What is going on here? And Jalen in the Prize Picks chat says, there's no such thing as an easy division game. You're right. You're more familiar with those opponents. But those opponents are absolutely horrendous. Like, yeah, there is such thing as an easy division game. Have you seen the Panthers?
Yeah.
Have you got a chance to play the Buccaneers? Or excuse me, I was going to say the Saints. But yeah, them too on a lot of seasons. Like, the reason why the Bucs have won, 4 straight division titles? I think 4 or 5 at this point, is because the rest of the NFC South is non-competitive.
And you look at part of the reason why the Patriots had such an inflated regular season record is because of how bad for the duration. And they had a due part in making these other teams bad, destructing themselves to try to reach the level of Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Dolphins, Bills, Jets were in ruins for almost the entirety of the Tom Brady-Belichick dynasty with the Patriots.
It was extremely helpful to Brady and Belichick and their dominance in those 2 decades. If anybody tells you otherwise, they are being propaganda machines. It was extremely beneficial to them to have a decrepit division to walk all over and steamroll.
They play their first real game in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying them with the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have a tougher division than the Patriots had.
The Chiefs have a much tougher division now, but there were some dips in the AFC West. There's a reason why the Chiefs are going on, 8 straight division championships as well. They've had some bad teams. The difference is right now, the AFC West has a chance to be historically good when it comes to, and we've done this dance already.
We did this 3 years ago.
As I said it.
Best quarterback division of all time.
I will never forget that offseason. It was like, come on. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got Justin Herbert. You got Derek Carr. And who was it? Russell Wilson. Hey, it had the makings of it, though.
That's when, listen, the Seahawks were holding Russell Wilson back.
Oh, my gosh. Let Russ cook.
We all remember Derek Carr and Amari Cooper in Oakland.
Man.
They can do it again in Vegas. I guarantee it. And then nobody panned out except for Mahomes, and Herbert showed flashes in a 6-10 season.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. But what I was going to say is, at least coaching-wise, how about that? Can you give me that?
Yeah, coaches.
The
Harbaugh.
AFC West has a chance, depending on who the Raiders hire, to have the best ever assembled coaches in one division at the same time. 3 Hall of Famers already. Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, Andy Reid. Jim Harbaugh, maybe not a pro football Hall of Famer yet, but, I mean, they love he's going to be in. He'll be
I think when it's all said and done, if he turns I don't think he needs the Super Bowl.
He doesn't have to win the Super Bowl, no.
I think that if he brings them to an AFC championship game or rattles off a bunch of consecutive playoff winning seasons, I think so.
He's considered the level of a Hall of Fame coach. The question is whether or not he makes it in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But again, I think he's done so much. He's already reached the Super Bowl. He's done a lot in the NFL, and also the Harbaughs are beloved.
Yeah.
If Eli Manning makes the Hall of Fame, damn it, Jim Harbaugh needs to be in there too.
It's a fraternity. Listen, and Colin Kaepernick did not have a great career after Harbaugh and co. But the 49ers brought that team with that quarterback to the Super Bowl. And Cap played great in that run. Don't get me wrong.
He was the Niners
that
year.
But you got to imagine a lot of the credit has to go to Harbaugh and the team that he created.
Yeah. I mean, you have that level of coach. He's done it everywhere. He's done it on the college game and in the pros. He's elevated the play of everybody around him, especially the quarterback position. And then, of course, whoever the Raiders hire could make things intriguing. Like, again, I don't think it happens, but what if they open up the pocketbook, dip into the safe and go buy out Bill Belichick? What was it, like just $10 million?
Yeah, there's reports that Bill Belichick has not signed, literally has not signed the dotted line in his UNC contract quite yet, which is kind of eyebrow-raising. I was also thinking the rumors with Deion Sanders and Shedeur Sanders. Think about how much that would inflate the characters that are in that head coaching division if you just complete the final piece. Because the Raiders are boring. Antonio Pierce, former player, whatever, his guys like him, not that great of a coach, got fired for a reason. You throw Deion in the mix, blank canvas in the NFL.
Yeah.
Whoo, that's fun.
Raiders are the most interesting team this offseason because it could go so many different ways. We'll learn so much about what the future of that franchise is going to be. You have Tom Brady in-house. You have an open slate when it comes to GM, coach, and quarterback, right? Like, those are the 3 most pivotal positions in every NFL organization. I believe they're the only one that has all 3 wide open right now. So I'm curious what the Raiders do. You got Tom Brady in ownership. I think
I guess the Jets are also coach, quarterback. We don't know Aaron Rodgers.
Well, they still got Joe Douglas got the can. So you're right. Well, Aaron Rodgers technically still has the spot.
We'll see what he has to say after his retreat this offseason. That's what I'll have to say.
Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have the spot. They don't want him to have the spot, but he has the spot. So I have to give him that at the very least. On the other side, C-Cat, we must address what Dwayne Wade has now said publicly about the Jimmy Butler situation once again. He readdressed some things that I highlighted back when it happened. I told people, I said, yo, that's a red flag. Everybody's like, don't worry about it. He coach you. I said, that's a red flag. He actually clarified some remarks he made. Also, I'll give you the one answer to the burning question that we have about another big divisional round weekend game. It is heating up around the NFL, the best weekend in football, the divisional round right around the corner. I'll give you that on the other side, so you're going to want to stick around. Before you do, I got to tell you about the place where championships are made, they're created, and they're won. Kaiser University. The flagship campus of Kaiser University. That's where you want to go. KUSeahawks.com. That's where you should go online to tap in. The Seahawks have won 22 national championships. 22. Deuce. I mean, that's a lot. They have a red banner to show for each of them, by the way. Swimming and diving, lacrosse, football, you name the sport, I'll tell you whether or not they got a championship, and it's most likely yes. KUSeahawks.com. That's where you can go to tap in and find out the latest on Seahawks athletics. KUSeahawks.com. Kaiser has been defending the beach with the best of them. They have the Learfield Cup trophy to show for it. In fact, the football team was a national finalist this year in the NAIA as well. Lock in with the Seahawks. KUSeahawks.com. On the other side, we hear from Jimmy Butler's Marquette brother, Dwayne Wade, on the Butler/Pat Riley situation. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Whatever he was doing, he said the ETA on his map said 44.
This is ESPN 106.3.
No, I just said no pressure. We can get him at 50 is fine.
Rev up the new year with a resolution that drives change at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. If you haven't seen the exciting new 2020 to 2025 Kias, now's the time. We've got one of the area's largest selections of award-winning Kias, all backed by an industry-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. From sleek designs to premium features, advanced tech, and cutting-edge safety, every new Kia is built to give you peace of mind. And if you're ready to drive green, Kia's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and electric vehicles offer fewer emissions, lower maintenance costs, and the same fun driving experience you expect. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, where more Kias hit the road every day. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's has voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Mansour's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Mansour's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Now, I know you're already listening to ESPN 106.3, so telling you to keep doing exactly what you're already doing right now is, well, kind of like telling a Dolphins fan to expect heartbreak. You already know. But just in case, let me remind you, you love this. You're addicted to my voice. And with more hot takes, more local shows, and probably more of me saying things that'll make you yell at the radio, you're in the right place. So keep doing what you're doing. Stay right here, and let's pretend I convinced you to do it.
This is the Delray Beach Open. Don't miss today's top professional tennis stars and legends in downtown Delray Beach. February 7th through 16th. It's 10 days of tennis on the Ave. 140 miles per hour races, parties, music, art, and all the good vibes. Come for the nonstop action on and off the court. Snap pics and post memories at the DBO. Join us for a jam-packed week of ATP tennis matches. More fun, more food, more drink, more parties, more of everything. DelrayBeachOpen.com for info.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
I am delivered! Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I imagine that's how Jimmy Butler's going to feel once he does get his trade request granted from the Miami Heat, being delivered, hopefully, to the Charlotte Hornets. You can go pair up with Michael Jordan. People were making the Jimmy Butler, Michael Jordan comps all through his time in Miami as he was kicking it. Yeah. Also, I'm convinced, C-Cat, that some people just love complaining. I think people are addicted to being disgruntled, living in misery. We have our guy JB who hops in the Prize Picks YouTube stream, and he says, "When is the NFL going to switch to flag football?" My God, what? Why? What are we even talking about? What just happened? Did anything happen? I just saw the Zay Flowers news. He did not practice today. Another strike against him if he's going to want to play on Sunday for the Ravens. Outside of that, what happened in the NFL that makes him think it's flag football? We have not had a game decided by a hit to the head to a quarterback. No. Everything's been kind of smooth sailing. In fact, it was the no calls that have gotten the most scrutiny in the NFL this year. I'm thinking of the Sam Darnold face mask in the end zone against the Rams the first time they played. That was a no call. A hit to the head on a quarterback. That was not only not called a face mask, but not called a hit to the head. Troubling. That was a safety, right? There was one that was a safety, too, that was like somebody got
that's what I'm talking
brutalized.
about.
Yeah, I think it was Sam Darnold. Yeah, that was, I don't know, man. The inconsistency is what strikes me as a problem, not the flag footballization of the NFL.
Yeah, so did you also see this report from Pro Football Talk? They were talking about how the NFL might look into replay reviewing face masks in the future.
Yeah.
And that kind of sparked a lot of people's minds, and we're thinking, wait a second. Over the weekend in the Rams playoff game over the Vikings, Kyron Williams got tackled via the face mask. And it was a clear face mask, but it just so happened that all of the officials that were on the field didn't have the angle that could show you the clear and obvious face mask in real time. So there was no flag thrown whatsoever, but Kyron Williams popped up to his feet, immediately did what everyone who gets tackled by the face mask is like, where's the flag, where's the flag, where's the flag? No flag was ever thrown. Before this next snap, there was a stoppage, and then they realized, wait a second, there was a face mask, threw the flag. They didn't throw the flag. They assessed the penalty.
They just assessed the penalty. I don't think a yellow flag hit the ground.
And people are speculating, thinking, wait a second, they're getting help from New York, I believe it is, or wherever is the eye in the sky,
New York,
not telling you that they were getting that help. They're kind of soft launching, see how it goes, which is very non-transparent and condescending from the NFL.
You can't do that in the playoffs.
It's against the rules. And that game was well in hand and didn't really decide anything, but be careful with give an inch, take a mile is what the NFL will do.
The problem also, too, is you can't do that in that game and set that precedence. Now, just imagine if this Sunday there's a long run from Derrick Henry. He's marching down the sideline. He gets face masked out of bounds, and there's no call on it. And now the Ravens are like, hey, we saw you do it last week with Kyron Williams, so why the hell aren't you reviewing it? Why,
let's have a
start throwing stuff on the ground.
Let's have a convenient officials timeout, 3 minutes to talk it over, and maybe somebody will get in your ear and talk to you about that. Think about the Texas-Georgia wrong no pass interference call or pass interference call, whatever it was that led to a pick six. Let's have a stoppage of play, talk it through, because I'm sure through the magic of conversation, you'll get the correct result at the end of it.
It always works that way. It does.
There's no help from the replay review. No, it's just the conversation that unveils new evidence.
I don't understand why people, whenever it's the right call that gets made, I'm fine with the results. I don't understand why people get so up in arms about the process as long as the right call is made. Because I do think there's been a lot of times in the history, not just of football, but in many sports, where the right result happens, but the process is maybe not by the rule book. And then the opposing fan base is like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, you can't, but it is what actually happened. I think that it's like, again, if the Sam Darnold situation where they lost that game, I believe, on the face mask in the end zone for a safety.
It took away their chance to drive down the field. They didn't have a great chance to win it, but they took away the chance they did have.
I think that it should be reviewable. And the more I think about it, it should be reviewable, especially if the NFL is going to purport itself to be the thing that the entity that cares about player safety. We know that is not paramount. What they care most about is the money in their pockets. Player safety is like probably fourth or fifth down that rung. And it's only up that high because it's like, well, we need player safety to be really good because if not, the PR is going to go down. Like, they don't care about the player's health.
So I'm thinking just comparing leagues here. We can all agree that the NFL is the industry standard when it comes to professional sports league. All in all, you consider everything. The NFL is number one. What does other leagues do better than the NFL? What can we take from baseball, take from basketball, even take from hockey, for all I care, and implement it into football to make football, who is the industry standard, just a little bit better?
Legalize fighting.
Yeah, that's one.
Legalize fighting. I believe if there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on one player and that flag gets thrown, the ref then says, y'all get a full minute, box it out.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Nobody else gets to rush the field. Let them box it out. Pads on. You can take the helmets off. Let's get after it.
That does take complete organizational cooperation.
Yeah. I mean, they do it in hockey. If you can get away with it in hockey, why not in the NFL?
It's years and years of culturally agreeing that it's okay to let these two dudes duke it out over the disagreement that they've had.
If there's a corner and a receiver, a la Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan, who want to get after it, they've been going after each other all game long. Josh Norman, Odell Beckham Jr., let them duke it out. Let them get it out of their system for about a minute. You put a timer up, you give them a minute, they get to duke it out. All right, if it gets a little too ugly, intervenes. But if you do that, if you allow the players to actually fight, then there's no rushing of the field. So you think about like even the Michigan-Ohio State stuff, when you got kids getting slugged and getting snuck, that's more dangerous if you just let the two dudes fight.
That's true, because those are two guys that are kind of showing consent. They want to do this.
They have they're fully in defense, and if you don't have good defense, then they'll get into a fight.
Now the guy playing Tua doesn't get caught up into it in the post-game festivities.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say.
There was a lot of people on the football field, on the playing surface during a game. Yeah. They can get caught up in stuff that they have no business being in that spot. They don't deserve to be in that spot, but they get caught up in the mix, and they can get hurt.
They can.
Who shoved the photographer? Different context and different story. I think about Devontae Adams.
Oh, he did? Yeah,
going through the game for the Raiders.
Yeah, that was way different, actually.
I'm just
saying.
He
was mad about the game. He's going through the tunnel, and he shoves a photographer on the ground. Whatever happened with that? Did the dude get money?
I don't know.
Devontae Adams' career has not gone well since that moment, though.
I feel like they're under the table. That's not what happened. This is just thinking what probably could have happened.
Off,
Exactly. I'm the Oakland Raiders. I'm Mark Davis. Listen, kid, here's $30,000. Shut up.
Right.
And if I'm that kid, I'm thinking, all right.
That's worth it.
I don't want to be in the courtroom.
I said that the day it happened. The next day I said, hey, it's time for my boy to go get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not if you shove me down and you're an NFL player, even if it's me today, Theo Dorsey, I make enough money. Yeah, if you shove me down, I'm sorry. But I am going to fall. I will be hurt. And as hurt as I will be, you want to know how I'm going to sound the next day, C-Cat?
How are you going to sound?
You want to know what I'll be yelling out the next day? C, that is the cat.
Hide the money, y'all. There's pork broke ass.
I got to get the bag.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, you poor guy.
Yeah.
I have money now.
I get some of that. I just want a little bit of it. You push me, man. That's not cool. What also isn't cool is the way that Jimmy Butler's been treating the Heat. We're going to get to also, because we got our guy Jonathan Zaslow, who is Mr. Heat culture around here as well. Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0. He's going to be pulling up here soon. We're going to get to the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler, D-Wade situation. I want to talk it through with him because he's my fellow brethren in Heat culture. I first want to address something that Chris Canty said this morning on Unsportsmanlike, what you hear from 6 to 10 a.m. with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman as well. Chris Canty posed that the game of the weekend is not only going to be able to decide whether or not Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen is the MVP, but if that fella from Boynton Beach High School wins that game and goes on to win the Lombardi, he could be talking about one of the greatest of all times at the position.
If Lamar Jackson can beat Josh Allen this week on his way to winning Super Bowl 59, then all of a sudden you're talking about a guy where a lot of people doubted if he could win a championship playing the way that he plays, vaulting into the conversation of being a top 5 quarterback of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
I love that stamp. You like that punctuation there at the end, huh?
Of all time.
Yeah. Where do you feel like Lamar ranks right now, right? No Super Bowl titles, 2 MVPs.
No Super Bowl berths matters.
No berths, 2 MVPs. I feel like he currently sits 15 area, top 12 area, like he's hovering.
Yeah, there really aren't that many historically great quarterbacks, and there aren't that many quarterbacks who've done things on the football field that we've never seen before, and Lamar fits that bill. He is the best mobile quarterback of all time.
I think this is the thing that that is going to get him propelled into that conversation if Lamar does find a way to win this weekend and win the Super Bowl this year. Number one, if he wins this weekend, are we all in agreement he's the MVP this year?
Yeah, I think that even if he doesn't get awarded the award, I think the public opinion will agree, well, that is the final data point. These are the final form of these teams and these quarterbacks. The MVP, the people's MVP, will go to that guy.
Right. And I do believe that there's a really good chance still that he does win it. The guy has a way better case than Josh Allen, and he has the head-to-head victory. I do believe that Lamar Jackson does still win this MVP, though it seems like the odds and Dan Orlovsky is going to be pushing against that year in and year out. Or not year in and year out, but day in and day out until we get this thing awarded at the end of the year. So if he does win all 3, right, he wins the MVP, the Super Bowl, and this matchup against Josh Allen. We're talking about a guy with 3 MVPs, a Super Bowl title, and a head-to-head playoff win, not just against Patrick Mahomes, but at Arrowhead Stadium. I don't know if there's many guys with a better resume than that, especially given the fact that he already has those 3 trophies that would be calling him the best individual player in the league during Patrick Mahomes' reign. Like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is the line of demarcation of where Lamar would have to pass up for me to start really talking about top 5. Does he surpass Aaron Rodgers' legacy with just 3 MVPs and a Super Bowl title that Aaron Rodgers is 4, though? It's kind of hard to say.
There's a lot to be said about sticking around in the league for a long time, and it helps that Aaron Rodgers isn't a run first or even 1.5 first, because Lamar can throw the rock nowadays. But Aaron Rodgers' style of playing allowed him to stick around in the league for 2 decades. It's to be determined if Lamar is going to have that long of a career with the way he plays football.
The longevity discussion is what hurts it. What I will say is this. I already believe that both Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are on top 5 trajectory. Mahomes is in there.
Yes.
Mahomes is already top 5. Lamar is on top 5 trajectory, and he's the only quarterback in the league right now that is even flirting with that trajectory. You can bolster up Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and all of them as much as you want. They've got a long way to go when it comes to regular season and postseason awards. But Lamar is flirting with top 5 trajectory. This season could be the thing that swings that pendulum in his favor, especially a win at Arrowhead Stadium. That would be huge. On the other side, Jonathan Zaslow joins us. Zaslow Show 2.0. You know him from the college football campus tour on ESPN Radio. He pulls up for his Thursday hit with us to talk some Heat culture and to address the great one, Dwayne Wade's recent remarks on Jimmy Butler. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. ESPN 1063 is your home for the best NBA coverage every week. Tonight, it's the Rockets and Kings live from Sacramento. Pre-game begins at 9:30. Stay up all night with us on ESPN 1063.
Lithium batteries need to be disposed of properly. We've seen fires in recycling and garbage facilities here in Palm Beach County. Don't throw your lithium batteries into the garbage and don't put them in your recycle bins. Visit us at swa.org/LIB.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Is your car stuck in the past? Is it still, lacking excitement? Time for a change? Hello, 2025 Discovery Sport. With sleek design, incredible performance, and, wait for it, 3.9% APR for 48 months. Yes, you could be driving this beauty for as low as $22.53 a month per 1,000 financed. That's practically a steal. Don't let your old ride make you feel like a dinosaur. Get into a Discovery Sport today and feel like you're driving the future. Only at Land Rover Palm Beach.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like, uh-oh, than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend. No awkward doctor visits, no prescriptions with crazy side effects, just a powerful, easy-to-use pill that gets you back in the game. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend works in just 15 minutes, and it's stronger than the competition. Use discount code ESPN50 for 50% off your first order. Don't wait. Visit HEXISMD.com.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
If you're able, please help the affected people by the California wildfires in 2025. Donate at redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and to help people recover. Again, that's redcross.org/ESPN. I am beside myself because I am finally feeling vindicated in what I said back before the NBA season tipped off. Dwayne Wade had his statue celebration ceremony, whatever you want to call it. They had statue night for the Miami Heat before they opened up the season, and Wade addressed not just his team, but the family, the fans, everybody. In about 15 minutes, he talked to Heat Nation. In that speech, he mentioned Bam Adebayo by name as somebody who could be a future Heat coach or statue guy outside of Kaseya Center. He didn't mention any of the other current Miami Heat players, including Jimmy Butler. I said that was red flag number one. Red flag number two was him saying specifically, if you don't want to be here, get the hell out. Nobody took that for what it was. Everybody talked Heat culture around that time. Finally, what he said back then, he's given some context to, and I want to talk about it with our guy, Jonathan Zaslow, who joins us here on Theoretically Speaking from Zaslow Show 2.0. Zaz, it's not often I get to say this, but I was right.
How about that? Theo was right.
Come on.
It's okay to puff your chest out a little bit every now and then. All of us on Sports Talk Radio, we love being right. So anytime you get the opportunity to tell people that, tell them.
Yeah.
Shout it from the back of the room. Come on.
I'm the man now. You know what else? The Chiefs will beat the Texans this weekend. Bank it.
Wow,
yeah.
You're going on limbs here. We're getting crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Let's take a listen to what Dwayne Wade had to say, clarifying his comments back before the season and giving further context to the trade demands that Jimmy Butler's made with the Miami Heat.
I wanted them to know that if you don't want to be here and the way things are working here and you don't like it and this and that, then don't be here. Because this is not the organization for that. That's why I came back, because I realized that when I left, I was like, listen, this is what it is. Right. And this is what we've all of us, when we get together, we all appreciate, is the way that the organization is ran. And so the organization will not be ran in a way that is going to change to every star that come into the organization. LeBron James only stayed 4 years. It wasn't ran the way LeBron James needed it to be ran. It wasn't ran the way Dwayne. It's ran the way Pat Riley's going to run it and the way Mick Harrison runs it. Right. And so it's a part of it as a player that you don't like. Like, we didn't like that. Like, I don't like the way it went down. I'm not sitting here saying I like it, but also, too, you have to stand on something. And so if the Miami Heat ain't standing on something, then they become like a lot of these organizations in the NBA, trying to find their identity, trying to find their culture. No, this is the culture, bro. And so, for one, I'm glad that we back to the culture.
Yes.
Zaz, for me, I hear that, and it reinforces what I already believed about Pat Riley being stern in his ways and not relenting to a star. We saw it with Wade. We saw it with LeBron. We're seeing it now with Jimmy Butler. But I also hear that, and I wonder how much longer can that work in the NBA with as much power, money, and influence the stars are starting to have.
I love hearing everything Dwayne Wade just said. I love it so much. It's everything I love about this franchise. It's everything I've loved about this franchise since Pat Riley got here back in 1995. They do things differently. And I'll never forget, Eric Spoelstra, when he's said this several times, but I remember specifically when he met with Ray Allen going into the 2013 season. And they're meeting over dinner, and he told Ray, hey, we do things differently. We're not for everybody. That's the line. We're not for everybody. And he was explaining that to Ray Allen because, hey, you're coming off of a championship team a few years before. We want you, but we're not like the other teams that you played for. We're not for everybody. And I think the saddest part about this Jimmy Butler situation is Jimmy Butler is so perfect for the Heat.
Right.
And the Heat are so perfect for Jimmy Butler. Like, that just shows you that it's you could be a match made in heaven, but it's always about the money. Don't let anybody tell you it's not about the money, because two people here who are a perfect marriage are still getting divorced.
Yeah.
And it's an ugly, bitter divorce because of what? Because of money. It's always about the money. But you're noticing now, Theo, and Dwayne Wade is confirming to you there, where when he spoke about, at the celebration, the unveiling of the statue, he was clearly referencing Jimmy Butler, that we're hearing things. Pat, why are you allowing this type of behavior? Why are you allowing guys to get away with this kind of stuff? And you're hearing now the former Heat players. Dwayne Wade just did it. Tim Hardaway did it a few days ago.
Yeah.
Now, you're not going to hear it from Udonis Haslem. He was on ESPN NBA Today yesterday, and he said, I'm not going to comment on it. The only thing I will say is either you're all the way in or you're all the way out. And that's because UD's an employee of the team. He is not permitted to speak about this kind of stuff. It's why you're not going to hear Alonzo Mourning say anything about it either. But if they were allowed to talk, you'd start to hear the same thing. Heck, I wonder what Shaq is going to say tonight.
Oh,
NBA
man.
on TNT Thursday night. Shaq's got a microphone tonight. I'm interested to hear what Shaq's going to say, because you're starting to hear now the former Heat players are speaking out against Jimmy Butler's behavior. These guys are not on his side, and they're telling you about it. So I'm interested to hear who's next. It could be Shaq tonight.
Yeah, and I'm glad you gave a little plug to their show. They're not getting enough numbers these days. That little show Inside the NBA. I will say this for Shaq, if he does come out and say something on that platform too, and then you get the residual laughs and the jokes from Chuck and from Kenny, it just makes it feel like, I wonder at what point does Pat Riley feel forced to actually deal Jimmy Butler? It doesn't feel like the deals are sweet enough right now, and it also, like, he said in his trade demand, he's going to, accept his player option for $52 million, come back next year, but still never sign a long-term extension.
Right, it's a new game of chicken that he's playing. By saying that, it's a game of chicken is what he's doing.
To be honest with you, though, that's probably it works in the Heat's favor. Like, trading him this year does not feel serviceable because the packages are clearly not enough. Him opting out is the best possible scenario because then you just free up the space and move on.
Right.
Him opting in, though, you can trade him as an expiring contract, and teams can build their next year roster around making a better or sweeter Jimmy Butler package. I would prefer that one.
I think you're right, Theo. The best option is the Heat are presented with a deal that
nice
they
deal,
like.
yeah.
That's the
De'Aaron
number
Fox.
one option.
De'Aaron Fox. Give me De'Aaron Fox.
That's the best
Please.
possible option. The next best option is he doesn't pick up the option and he walks. But that does not look like it's the case. But I think you're right, because then at least the contract becomes an expiring contract as opposed to right now when the team that trades for him has to deal with him for another year and a half. I also want to add here, though, Theo, what you're starting to hear now, in addition to, the former Heat players, that's important to note, former Heat players coming out and talking in support of the organization and against Jimmy Butler here, you're also now, because of that, you're starting to get the nonsense stories. You're starting to get the BS stories, which is Jimmy Butler's camp putting it out there because they got to try and win back a little bit of the public opinion here. That's why you're getting the story about
money
how...
story?
Which one?
The one about him not getting his money on time or they're giving the wrong paycheck.
Theo, you think these NBA players that they're checking their checking account every 2 weeks to make sure everything's on the up and up?
God.
What are we talking about here? And then you got the story about how Jimmy was upset with what Pat Riley said at the end of the season meetings, and he wanted Pat to come out and fly to him. Theo, if you're upset with your boss at 106.3, and then you say, you tell your boss, I want to have a face-to-face. Come fly over to me so we could talk. In what world is Pat Riley supposed to get on a plane? Jimmy, if you got a problem, go see Pat Riley. So that's why you're starting to get these nonsense stories out there. They're coming from Jimmy's camp, obviously, and it's because in the court of public opinion, Jimmy's losing badly.
He is. There's hard to save face for Jimmy because he's trying to do multiple things at once. He wants the money, he wants to be on a contender, and he also wants to be in a really nice city to live in. He wants all of it. And I don't know if he comes with that level of production that demands that. He's not LeBron James. He's not even Kevin Durant.
Well, he could have had all the things you just mentioned here.
Yeah.
It's just the Heat. It's not that the Heat weren't going to give him a contract.
Honestly.
They weren't going to give him an extension that was the max.
Yeah.
The Heat were definitely willing to give him an extension.
Yeah.
Just not like Jimmy makes $48 million this year, $52 million next year. He wants a raise.
I know. And he wants a long-term raise. He doesn't just want a one-year. He wants a commitment.
A raise.
From the Heat. And he's not.
He can't do it.
He's producing worse than he has since his second or third year with the Chicago Bulls.
Well, statistically, his numbers are good, but he's just never out there.
I'm talking about even scoring right now. Scoring-wise right now, if you look at points per game, it's like 18.8. He hasn't scored that low.
But percentage-wise, like he's actually really good this year percentage-wise.
But how? Yeah, of course, that's the thing about being older. You don't get that much worse at basketball. It's just harder to do it more consecutive days in a row, and it's harder to do it for longer periods of time. Like
I'll tell you, tomorrow night's going to be very interesting.
Oh, man, it's going to be an awkward reunion. But I'll be in my seat waiting. Zaslow Show 2.0, Jonathan Zaslow, who joins us here on Theoretically Speaking. Where can people find it, and how thirsty are you to deliver that post game of whatever happens with the Heat tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, you're welcoming him back in the locker room. Is he going to be in the starting lineup? Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcasts, just search Zaslow Show 2.0. We're Miami-based, we're South Florida-based, so we're covering everything going on in South Florida sports. Zaslow Show 2.0. Hey, today, Evan Cohen, Unsportsmanlike on ESPN on the network, 6:10 a.m. Eastern. He was a guest on Zaslow Show 2.0 today. So you check me out, Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, that's sponsored by Anna Jar & Levine Accident Attorneys. You're involved in any kind of personal injury accident, slip and fall, hit and run, motorcycle. You call 911 first. You make sure you're safe. And then you call Anna Jar & Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
Zaz, appreciate the time. We'll check in with you again and have a wonderful NFL divisional round weekend.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. Have a great weekend, guys.
Yes, sir. That was Jonathan Zaslow. He joins us courtesy the Baptist Health Hotline. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experiencing traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Tina is in the house. Tina is here. It is a Tina alert. She bursted in like the Kool-Aid man because that's what she does at 3 o'clock, no matter where we are in the show. What up, Tina?
You told me.
I like it.
On Monday that at 3 p.m. It's happy hour.
It's happy hour.
Happy hour with Tina.
Happy hour season.
So I'm going to, at 3 p.m., if you're on the air or not,
barge in
the door.
Next time, hang up on Zaslow.
I didn't want to do that.
Pick him out.
I was quiet today because I knew Zaz was on.
Yeah.
So I was a little more quiet than yesterday when I actually barged in.
Well, I appreciate
I'm liking that shirt, Theo.
Thank you. This is the new pickup.
Finally.
I like it.
Yeah, no, you're the first one there. I've gotten the criticism over it. CCAT was silent, and I appreciate your appreciation for it.
I saw it on the stream when I was out in our office, and I'm like, I like that shirt Theo's wearing.
Thank you. This is a new
You're
pickup,
welcome.
so I'm trying it out for to see how it looks. And CCAT, you're already hating. So
I'm omitting from the conversation. I'm not hating, but I'm not going to promote it.
You downplayed it by laughing and saying, finally somebody said it. That's literally hating.
I like it.
Get that hate out your heart.
Man, you corny.
Yeah, see, if I were to, I don't know, make fun of your shirt, I would say stuff like it looks like a bunch of rotten avocados mixed with some ripened avocados. That's what I would say about your shirt if I was going to be mean, but I'm not going to do that. That'd be uncalled for, unnecessary, and frankly, a cheap shot.
I mean, why would you say that? Why would you say that? I've never criticized anything you've worn, CCAT. Never said anything bad about your attire.
We've now opened that box.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really tough next 6 months.
Guns away. Is that the word? Guns ho? I don't know. Happy hour on the other side. That's CCAT. That's Tina. I'm in a bad mood now. I'm Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
F45 Training West Palm Beach offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. Sign up for F45 today and visit their West Palm Beach location. Featuring high-intensity group workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven, F45 always has the right workout for you. Not to mention, it takes just 45 minutes. Visit F45training.com today to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 Training family. F45, team training, life-changing.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like, uh-oh, than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend. No awkward doctor visits, no prescriptions or crazy side effects, just a powerful, easy-to-use pill that gets you back in the game. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend works in just 15 minutes, and it's stronger than the competition. Use discount code ESPN50 for 50% off your first order. Don't wait. Visit HEXISMD.com.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver where others can't. Visit ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's me, Theo Dorsey. It's the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass, on the ones and the twos. And our friend Tina is here for the happy hour. She's got a cocktail. She's got a cocktail for us, opening up the gates on a Thursday with a cocktail 310. Oh, that's going to hit hard. What we got today, Tina?
Today is interesting.
It's on the tap.
So today, it's International Hot and Spicy Food Day. And so I was looking up, like, well, what kind of drink would that be?
I like a spicy drink, too.
I've never heard of this drink. But we are drinking on International Hot and Spicy Food Day a reversed Vesper and Tonic Martini.
Reverse Vesper and Tonic
Martini.
There
is like 8 ingredients.
Yeah.
And I think out of all the ingredients, I don't know how to say 6 of the words.
Okay.
So we can skip maybe the ingredients.
No, I want to hear them.
I
got to hear. How am I going to make the drink if you don't give me the ingredients?
I'm going to look up the recipes looking at, and maybe I can help.
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Let's do this as a group project.
Not that I would know better.
What's the name of the drink again? A reversed
Vesper and Tonic Martini.
And Tonic Martini. A reverse Vesper and Tonic Martini. As C-Cat and Tina practice the words that are the ingredients that make up this drink, I will tell you this much right now. It will take a hailstorm. It will take a cataclysmic event. It will take a miracle for the Texans to be able to find a way to beat the Chiefs on Saturday to open up the divisional round of the NFL's playoff weekend. I heard one of the McCourty brothers on Unsportsmanlike make the call that it would happen. I also have seen many people hint at the Texans having a shot. I want to throw 2 stats at y'all right quick. 2 stats.
Fire away.
Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. I said this one before. Patrick Mahomes is 6-0 in the divisional round in his short career. That is the best record without a loss in any round of the playoff in NFL history. The dude doesn't miss in this round. Speaking of not missing, he has 13 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the divisional round. He is cautious with the ball. He's careful with the pigskin. He's not making bad decisions. The way the Texans destroyed the Chargers was by turning them over at a rate in which we hadn't seen from Justin Herbert in a couple of years. He only had 3 interceptions all season. He had 4 in that game. They are not fooling Mahomes in that way, and this Chiefs defense is thirsty to get back on the hunch. I don't just think this is going to be a win by the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a massive cover, and we do have to do punchline picks at some point. Our final submission into punchline picks.
Wow.
And I serve to you, C-Cat. I know, is the lock in my hands or your hands again?
It doesn't even matter, to be honest.
Chiefs
we have clinched a loss. We are officially going to be on stage doing stand-up comedy in the next month or so.
It's over?
It is over.
Okay.
We are mathematically eliminated from Punchline
Can we
Picks.
do like an all or nothing or
let's do all or
something?
nothing.
Like, can we?
Let's do all or nothing on the Chiefs.
How do we
Minus
guys
8.
not to
If we
lose?
lose the all or nothing, we got to go up on stage naked.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with that. Down with that, yeah.
Like, I'm willing
How
to,
cold is it going to be in the building? That's the question.
That's a good point. It was a little drafty there last time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
I do it. Yeah, ain't tripping. A little drafty ain't bad. Tina, do you have the drink, the ingredients for the
Yes.
Vesper Martini cocktail, tonic, and juice? Water?
Yes. And it says this drink, too. There's like a strength and taste guide at a 9 out of 10, and 10 being like really boozy. It's a 9.
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's get this
Aren't all
made.
martinis like that, I guess?
Yeah, martinis are going to be.
Yeah, they're-
It's
yeah.
all alcohol, honestly.
Yeah. So the ingredients are Heyman's London Dry Gin,
Okay.
Kettle One Vodka.
Okay, you're giving brands.
This is what it's telling me. I'm just reading it. Because the next few ingredients and words I don't know how to say.
I think they are brands, but they're not brands from this country of origin.
Yes.
That's the problem.
That's
yes.
the thing.
This
Okay.
is like
So talk to me.
Quina, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I've had that.
Aromatized wine.
Okay.
Petrovka.
Yes.
Oh, this is
liqueur.
like,
Monin grenadine syrup.
I like it.
Monin pure cane syrup. And then tonic water.
Tonic water.
How do you make that? What's spicy about that?
Yeah, I don't see anything spicy in it.
I don't know.
One of those liquors might be a spicy liquor.
Yeah, probably the quina. I don't know.
Blanc, quinquina. Yeah, it's like white.
yeah.
Sounds like a tequila.
Quina. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Like a spicy tequila. I
So-
like me a good spicy tequila,
Yes.
and I appreciate that drink. That is going to be a good cocktail for the day because it's spicy food and
It looks pretty.
drink day. I love spicy food. I love spicy
I'm not
food.
a big spicy person.
You ever have a Bloody
It makes-
Mary?
Oh, I love Bloody Marys though.
That is disgusting.
Yeah,
That
I've
is
never
an
had
abomination.
one. Have you ever had one?
I've sipped a Bloody Mary and almost threw up.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten that close. It scares me. They look gross.
What are we
love
doing?
Bloody Marys.
What are we doing with Bloody Marys? In the morning, if I have a choice of a mimosa or a Bloody Mary, if I have a choice of orange juice and champagne or tomato juice, and y'all pick tomato juice,
But I swear, mimosas, it's like you're fine, and then it's like 4 hours later, you are unconscious.
yeah.
So
But just don't drink as many of them, Tina. You know you don't have to. What the hell? That's all alcohol. I'm not sure if
I
you're
just feel
aware.
like every time I'm like doing a bottomless mimosa,
You want to know what you want to know what never happens? People being 4 hours later drunk in underwear with Bloody Marys because they suck. Nobody
love
wants to
Bloody
drink
Marys.
that many Bloody
I
Marys.
went to Nashville one year and I had Bloody Marys all day.
What?
Like into the night. Every place I was on a Bloody Mary kick, and I just one of the days I went there started at 11 a.m. Bloody Mary, and I was having a Bloody Mary at 6 p.m.
Now imagining you like at Jason Aldean's bar or
Bloody
something
Mary, please.
at
Yes.
I don't know 9 p.m.
Yeah.
on the dance floor, and everyone has like their bottled drinks or
Do
their
you have
glass.
were you getting
and
it with the celery sticks
right.
sticking out of it too?
and
No,
crab legs hanging
not-
in and people in the face.
Not all Bloody Marys have all the,
Accoutrements.
yes, all the things sticking out of the drink.
I like that.
They're a little more simple.
I like that.
And so no one probably could tell at night.
Big words at me. Okay, now because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take them as disrespect.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
Define accoutrement.
Accoutrement is an accompaniment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not
I'll take
all
it.
Bloody Marys have
The
all that.
accoutrement.
Yeah. So at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. at night, no one knew I was drinking a Bloody Mary.
Disgusting, Tina.
I like Bloody Marys.
Are those also one of those drinks that bartenders don't like that are being ordered? Because it feels like a lot of work, or no?
No, I feel like it's. I could be wrong. I've never been a bartender.
Yeah.
I feel like it's simple.
What is in it? What's in a Bloody Mary for real? Tomato juice and what?
Vodka, I think, is the
Vodka.
base.
What are we
I do with vodka.
talking
Yeah.
about? Vodka and tomato juice, and you want me to drink that in the morning?
I think there's other ingredients.
I know there's other ingredients, but there's no way that makes up for the vodka and tomato juice.
If you don't like that, you're going to love the Worcestershire
Yes,
sauce that you toss in.
yes, that's in it. Yeah.
Oh, no. Y'all have absolutely lost y'all damn mind.
Garlic powder,
Lemon
yum.
juice, hot pepper sauce.
You're not making salsa. You're making your favorite alcoholic drink.
That is disgusting. That's actually bad. I'm
It kind of
surprised.
makes me feel like fine when I'm drinking it.
What
Though,
does it
like it's
taste like?
healthy.
Does it taste like tomato juice?
I don't know.
You don't know what you drank them all day for Nashville. Did you forget?
That was a few years ago, but it's
how do you not know
tomato
what it
juice,
tastes
but
like?
it's good.
It tastes
I
like
don't know.
ketchup.
I like a good spicy one too.
Tastes like spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
You ever drink too much, then forget how to drink a certain drink? No.
What?
Well, it happened to me a couple weeks ago when I went back to my college town,
What is happening?
Penn State College or Penn State
Happy
University.
hour.
Yes.
Thirsty Thursday.
And there's a place called Bill Pickles, and it's famous for its cheap Long Island iced teas It's what they call painkillers, which is just a Long Island iced tea with blue curacao, and they're famous for their pickle shots.
I was on a kick of pickleback shots.
So the thing is, I was on a kick of pickleback shots, and that was our 4th location of the evening. So I was pretty far gone. I'm fortunate to have been let into that establishment. And I knew that I was far gone, so I didn't want to be sipping on anything, but I wanted to buy something if I'm going to take a spot at the bar on a game weekend. So I ordered a round of pickleback shots, and I forgot how to do them. So I took the pickle juice, and it must have been whiskey.
Jameson usually, yeah.
I just poured it together.
Oh, no.
You're not supposed to do that?
No.
What is a pickleback shot?
So it's like a shot with usually Jameson.
Yeah.
And I was like told the trick is like you take the Jameson shot and like you don't even take a breath and then you take the pickle juice.
And what is it? Why do you do that?
You don't even taste the Jameson.
Well, I like Jameson though, so why wouldn't I want to taste the Jameson?
Well, then you would be fine then, but it's like the pickle juice like
It
takes
hits
away.
it away? Okay.
Yeah.
Cuts it a little bit.
Mine just tasted like throw up.
Ew,
it was
yes.
so bad. I was like pounding the table in regret, and then I got kicked out.
Right, there you go.
I got kicked out.
He doesn't even know how to do a pickleback shot. Get him out of
Get
here.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They saw you do that and they're like,
So I got kicked out of that bar, and I go to walk across the street to try the other bar that was open at that time. Then I realized didn't close my tab.
Oh.
I'm not going to get paid that surcharge they give you if you don't close your tab up. So I walked back in regret to the bouncer. I was like, hey, I just got kicked out. Can you please bring out one of the little mini kiosks so I can give my tip and get my card back? He goes, yeah. So that was kind of the loiter in shame on the sidewalk, kicking rocks, waiting for them to come out with my card.
You're pathetic. That was pathetic. That was a low moment right there for you.
Fortunately, though, I wasn't the drunkest person in my friend group.
Wow.
Which is a great thing to realize when you wake up the next morning, because none of the stories were about me.
Really?
All of the stories were about somebody else. And I flew under the radar. It's like when you're on the highway and someone flies by you at 100 miles per hour. Now you can go 90 miles per hour and not get pulled over because you know they're going to get pulled over first.
Y'all are a reckless crew.
Not really, and that's the problem. Is that when we do, it goes out of hand.
I was about to say,
maybe
man.
once or twice a year, and then we get reckless, and then we are very tame the rest of the year, where we watch the playoff games at our residence and we order pizza in.
I didn't peg C-Cat to be a one of those party dudes,
Right?
roughing it up with bouncers, getting kicked out of clubs, taking shots the wrong way. Like you're rowdy.
Thankfully, I'm not an angry drunk or an aggressive drunk. I'm just a happy-go-lucky drunk and a sleepy drunk. That's how it works for me.
Well, I mean, that's fun. That's good. That's actually good. You're not
that's
going to
good.
get yourself
That's
in
good.
any trouble. I'll say this too, man. While we're at it here in the happy hour with Tina, with C-Cat, myself, Theo Dorsey, I don't, because we're in the middle of like not dry January, but I'm fasting with my family and whatnot. And I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't remember what the start date was. It was a 21-day fast. We're just going. We're just blowing and going at this point, in the words of that dude that was coaching Oklahoma. I don't know what it's going to be like that first time I try and go out on a bender following a fast at this point, because my tolerance has always been so high, and I feel like, how long does it take for you to be able to set yourself back? It's been a while since I've taken a big break.
Fast
I'm a little
as
nervous.
in, I've only heard fast use for food.
You can fast from anything.
Okay.
You can fast from anything, especially when you're doing it spiritually. Sometimes people fast from social media. Sometimes they fast from cussing. Sometimes people fast from video games. I'm fasting from anything that alters the mind. Any alcohol, anything that would alter my mind. Just water guy right now. Big water guy.
So no coffee.
And ginger ale.
And coffee.
Oh,
I'm drinking coffee. I mean, that's different.
I mean, that gives you caffeinated. I feel like that's a little bit of an engine booster.
Hey. It's between me and God. What are you doing? What the hell you think you are? And ginger ale.
And ginger ale.
A good cold ginger ale sitting on some ice right before you go to sleep.
Making a lot of exceptions here. Why did ginger ale make the cut?
Ginger ale made the cut because I really like ginger ale.
Oh, okay.
I love ginger ale.
If there's any, like I talked to y'all about this. If there's one soda, if somebody said you only get to pick one soda for the rest of your life, you can only drink one soda. Different brands, you can pick different brands, but only one type of soda for the rest of your life. I'm going ginger ale. That's what I'm gonna do.
I love ginger ale. People call me a
I wouldn't even
grandma.
think about it.
I don't care. I love ginger ale.
Yeah, it's the best. What would you do? What would you go with? Would you go ginger ale, Tina?
Oh, yes.
C-Cat?
See, it has to be a carbonated drink.
Ginger ale is carbonated. Yeah.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
soda. It has to be a soda, a carbonated
Are
drink.
you asking for my one drink or
What's
if I
your
like
one
ginger
soda?
ale?
It's a soda,
Okay.
though. You can drink other juices and stuff, but if you had to pick one soda for the rest of your life.
See, I would get brand exclusive because don't miss me with that mug stuff. Miss me with that A&W. It's got to be Barks.
Okay. Barks root beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Root beer is kind of good, sweet.
Root beer is good.
But I wouldn't go
Pair with
soda.
ice cream
I would
float.
go Arnold Palmer. I would simply go Arizona Arnold Palmer. That's
That's not
my
what we're
drink of
asking.
choice. I don't stock the fridge with anything else.
All right. Well, I'm not. Why are you creating new ventures and rules in this? I said, what soda? You can drink all the other drinks. You can have as many Arnold Palmers as you want. I'm not limiting that.
Because that would be more of a limit to me. If you could say you could only have one non-water, non-carbonated drink for the rest of your life, a juice, if you would. That would be my juice of choice.
That's cheating. You're picking two juices and combining
two
them.
juices.
It gets mixed together in the case that I buy it in.
That's not fair.
That is fair.
I don't
And there's
like
like
the way you
multiple
play,
brands, and
CK.
I can deal with them all.
I don't like the way you play. Doesn't play well with others. Everything we've done today so far, you've gone against it. You criticized my shirt. You said it looked like rotten avocados mixed with ripe avocados. No, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Was that a gift? Was that shirt a gift?
No, I bought it for myself.
All right, good. Now I'm going to, all right. 'Cause there's always that plausible, like I could be
Right.
making fun of something his wife got him.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to do
Yeah.
that. That's not the goal.
That's not nice.
But no, you chose. You spent money on that?
I did. I got it on the clearance rack now.
So you work a lot of hours, Theo.
Yeah.
And you decided that some of the hours that you worked that week should go to that
This
shirt.
shirt, yes.
I like it.
At least it was probably like a couple hours worth. This is a shirt, and I like it a lot. So don't hate on my shirt. F45. I got to get in there this year, Tina.
Yes, you do. You want to go back to the gym?
Yeah.
You told me that.
Sure.
And we're going to get you over
I'm
to
getting
F40.
strong. Look at my arms.
Yeah.
Look at all the room in the shirt. Like I'm
Our
losing.
goal, maybe at the.
I got to put weight on. I'm going to strength class.
Yeah, our
today.
goal will be that you can't fit. So, T-Cat, our goal is that he won't be able to fit in that shirt, so he
Yeah.
never has to wear it again.
To flex and then the back rips like
Yes.
you're The Rock.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be able to do this right now.
No.
All right, F45 got to get me right.
Yes. When we get you to F45, it's you're in, you're out, you break a sweat,
Yes.
45 minutes. You could go for the strength days to really lift heavy so, he doesn't ever have to wear that shirt again.
Right.
Or cardio day. Today, the cardio day was so hard, I drove home in silence. Like, it took me out. Like, I was like, I was so worn out, and it kicked my butt. I was like, I don't want to listen to anything. I am just so tired right now, and that just kicked my butt. I drove home in silence this morning at 6 a.m. after my 5:15 workout. They've got times in the morning if you're an early bird like me, in the afternoon, maybe a noon class, or in the evening, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. F45 Palm Beach Gardens, F45 West Palm Beach. Check out their Instagram pages to see the specials that they've got going on in the new year.
We talked about Zay Flowers not practicing today. We do know that at least for the Washington Commanders who have to face the Lions on Saturday night, Bobby Wagner, the veteran linebacker, he practiced in limited capacity today, according to Adam Schefter. He's expected to be a go for Saturday night against the Lions and against Detroit. You need all of the manpower you can get because them dudes are going to, from the whistle to the next whistle, they're going to be getting after it. On both sides of the ball.
And I'm looking it up as we speak, but David Montgomery, has he been officially cleared? Because he's been trying. This is the date that he's been eyeing, is the start of the playoffs for the Lions. And I thought it was a season ender when it first broke, that David Montgomery hurt his MCL.
I just knew it was over with. But you know that the Lions are going to push it. Dan Campbell showed them that video of them getting beat by the Niners time and time again this offseason. They cannot wait to get back to that stage and past it. My money would be on David Montgomery playing, for sure. And I think it hasn't been ruled in yet, though, has it?
He was a full participant in yesterday's practice.
Oh, he's good. He's good to go then.
Yeah, you wouldn't risk it if he wasn't healthy.
Wow, he's playing.
That certainly changes things.
That does. And you know what? You got the smash and the dash, the Sonic, and the knuckles going for the Lions. Like, watch out Commanders, but watch out NFC. I think I might as well pencil them in. That defense is porous because of the attrition that's happened. But what's the update? What's the update on Aiden Hutchinson? Look that up and see if there's still potential for him to get in by the Super Bowl. Because if that's true too, man, that could be a behemoth of a Lions team. It's time now for the last call. It's time now for the last call here on the Happy Hour with Tina. Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. So C-Cat and I have to guess the end of it. She always gives us something good to cheers on, to go out on. This is the last call. And if you incorrectly do your pickleback shot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're kicking you out.
Yes.
Drag you out of here.
This is a Bob Uecker quote. 2 words that you have to fill in. On TV, the people can see it. On radio, you've got to
feel it.
No.
Hear it.
No.
Know it.
No.
Envision it.
No.
Oh, you got to paint it.
You're close.
Describe it.
Close.
You've got to
cast it.
Illustrate it.
You're so close.
Draw it.
No.
Illustrate things.
No. The word starts with a C. It. Something.
Create it.
Yes.
Oh, that's
there
what I'm talking about, man. I'm like, we got to start keeping a score in this, man. I'm like that. C-Cat, where you at, man? You over here with draw it.
Looking up Aiden Hutchinson news. That's what I'm doing over here.
You did tell him to do that.
I'm sorry about that. That's
no news, by the way.
No
Nothing.
news.
He was jogging underwater 2 months ago, so there's that.
Well, you know, that's news. You know, I just realized we have a really nice pool in my community that I've never been in. So I wanna jog underwater sometime soon. Maybe I need to go hit the pool. That's my cue to actually take part in that. Tina, thank you for your time. Go off and enjoy your Thirsty Thursday. Go off and enjoy your, what was the drink again today? The cocktail, the vermouth.
The reversed Vesper and tonic martini.
Oh, yeah.
And you got a day off tomorrow, too.
Yes. We'll not be on the show tomorrow. Have fun at the South Florida Fair opening day.
Thank you. South Florida Fair season on the other side. So, you know what, Tina? I'm glad you said that. You go have yourself a good Thirsty Thursday. C-Cat, we need to make sure that people can pull up on us at the South Florida Fair. We need to make sure people can pull up on us on the South Florida Fair. How about we do this? Last call's over. I want to give away some tickets.
We've got a family 4-pack.
4?
We've got 4 tickets Tuesday through Friday to give away right here, right now.
That music again then. 888-760-3776. Tomorrow, theoretically speaking, and Russo and Rizzo are going to be live from the South Florida Fair, which opens tomorrow again. It opens tomorrow right there at the South Florida Fairgrounds, the South Florida Fair. I want you to pull up on us. 4 tickets to the South Florida Fair. It's going to go to our third caller right now on Theoretically Speaking. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. I had to stop the music to get locked in. I don't want to pull up to the fair and not see you there. 4 free tickets to the South Florida Fair could be yours for the third caller. 888-760-3776. Tap in with the fellas and Tina. South Florida Fair. You won't be there, Tina, but you know what? We'll get a Tina standee or something. We'll get your face out there. Do we still have your face?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll pull up and bring that so people can take a picture with Tina as well.
Love it.
That's C-Cat. That's Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur. And most certainly, never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. ESPN 106.3 is your home for the best NBA coverage every week. Tonight, it's the Rockets and Kings live from Sacramento. Pre-game begins at 9:30. Stay up all night with us on ESPN 106.3.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC now recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. Every day, ZipRecruiter helps people who are actively looking for jobs like yours, so it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Thank you for listening to ESPN 1063. I love you. Thank you for listening to ESPN 1063. I love you. Thank you for listening to ESPN 1063. I love you.
The South Florida Fair is almost here. Buy your advance tickets now and you can save up to 50%. Plus, if you use your discount admission ticket on opening day of the fair, you can keep it and visit the fair another day courtesy of Publix. That's 2 days of fun for the price of one.
South Florida Fair discount tickets are on sale now at Publix and online at southfloridafair.com. Fair opens January 17 in West Palm Beach.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
I thought that laugh was because I tried to fix my what seems to be a slightly receding hairline here. Like when I want to put it out there, I do not have a receding hairline. My hairline is pristine. It is perfect. It is the thing I hold most close and near and dear to my heart. Perfect. Still there. I mean,
Can
it's
a
not
hairline
shaped
ever
up.
truly be perfect?
It's not shaped up right now, but it is good. It's where it's supposed to be. It's where it's been my whole life. It has not receded. But I start to get these cowlicks in the corner, and it only shows when my hair gets long, and I'm a little, self-conscious about that. So, I don't want people thinking that I'm not going full Stephen A. Smith here. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa, you bitter he didn't join our show yesterday and joined Russo and Rizzo instead?
Yeah. His hairline has receded.
There's the plug. Yeah, Russo and Rizzo hosted Stephen A. Smith.
They did.
At the top of the 5 o'clock hour yesterday on ESPN 1063. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/@ESPN West Palm, and check out a couple of the highlights.
Yeah.
Or you can watch the full show.
Watch the full show. Check out the Stephen A. Smith interview. He and Kyler Russo went after it back and forth. And that's not a knock at Stephen A. that his hairline is receded beyond where mine is right now. I'm younger than him. Of course.
Would you talk about his hairline if he joined us?
No, of course not. He seems he's very sharp tongue. He probably would ridicule me, but he's never going to hear this.
Yeah, because if he was insecure about it, he would have fixed it.
Right. He's cool. He's good. I mean, trust me. He's having no problems with a hairline that is receded. It also is not even that big of a detriment at that age. Like his hair, he's good. There's some people where it's like, hey, you're holding on a little too long. And you start doing the fill-in stuff and all that. He ain't doing that, so he's good.
Yeah, obviously the boozer.
The boozer's crazy.
The boozer's crazy. I see a lot of people nowadays fly to Turkey to get hair implants.
Yeah, man. I couldn't go that deep into something so vain. Now, I have a long head, right? The back of my head is it's a rock. My pops used to call it a rock of knowledge back there. I got a lot stored up back there. It's like a hook. So I don't think I would look good bald. I would look like one of those. I don't know if you watched the Proud Family movie back in the day with the little peanut head characters.
I was thinking Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, I would look kind of Chauncey, but worse. I have more of a hook than Chauncey Billups on the back of my head. I need hair. That's why at one point I used to rock an afro because it covered up the distortedness of the hook in my head back when I was insecure about it. See, now I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
See, I was thinking okay, I flew to Turkey. That was my connecting flight. My first time out of the country.
Yeah.
Went to Italy. and we stopped in Istanbul, Turkey. And I was thinking, this trip wasn't that bad. If I wanted to change my hairline, I would do this. Because I think, what is that, like a $5,000 to $10,000 adventure? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like an 11.5-hour flight, and the airline was nice.
I ain't doing
just kind of go to bed. They change the time on the clock as soon as they shut the doors, so they adjust you time-wise. I would do it.
I wonder if that's why they have a lot of like American-branded hotels in Turkey.
Yes, it
has to play into it, right? They're like, Americans are coming here often.
Well, they've got they connect to all of Europe. So they're the most popular connecting flight location.
And we're the most vain country.
Hey, we like to travel there.
I don't know, man. You know who else? If you're gonna go to Turkey to get your hairline fixed, the one dude that has a lot of money to be able to do so and can use a lot of help with the hair follicles up on the cranium there is one LeBron James.
Oh, come on now.
No, I'm not.
We're past that.
What do you mean?
He's the old head in the league now. He can afford.
He should just go bald, honestly. He has a good bald look with the beard. Bald with the beard is good. I can't grow a beard, so I'll never go bald. LeBron, it's bad, man. Whenever you see him from the top down, when there's one of those sky cams zooming in, it looks terrible.
Yeah, as a man who likes a good brand and a good branding, Bald Bron would go triple platinum.
Come on, Bald Bron. His retirement tour year should be Bald Bron. Next year should be his retirement tour. He should finally go bald. We've been calling for it every offseason. I mean, we're past the point of return anyways. If he tries to come back next year with it, it's going to be bald on its own. He might as well just do it.
Rip the Band-Aid off. Take matters into your own hands.
As they say, come on home, which I don't know if you're allowed. Is it offensive? 888-760-3776. Is it offensive for a non-bald person to use that phrase to come home? You know how bald people tell other dudes that are receding to come on home?
I've never heard that before.
Never heard it.
I've only heard that in regards to England in the World Cup, saying it's coming home. That's what I thought you were talking. Yes.
Really?
Yes, that's what they say in the UK. Come World Cup time and England looks pretty good, they say it's coming home.
Coming home.
The World Cup's coming home.
That's not specific to them, though. A lot of people say that about a lot of trophies in different sports. Do you think they originated it, maybe?
They're the loudest with that. The Brits aren't very creative with their chants. They like to sing more often.
Yeah.
We're better at that as Americans, among many other things, but that's what they cling on to.
Americans are really good at chants historically. I mean, that might be one of our things. That might be our best trait, coming up with good chants. I will say, Notre Dame's chants, I learned at the Orange Bowl, pretty mid.
Yeah, they don't really have much material.
Very mid chants at Notre Dame. Love a good "We Are." Thank you.
In fact, it makes me feel bad about looking at some of Riley Leonard's projections on Prize Picks.
Yeah.
And it makes me scared because I don't think those Irish fans are going to be chanting in a way to, help him out.
Well, I would hope they chant to help him out because I've already got a couple lineups in that have some mores.
Yeah,
you
like the Notre Dame guys?
Well, my thing is, I think Notre Dame low-key gets blown out here. I don't think it's going to be close. I think they lose by a sizable gap, but I do think that means more Riley Leonard.
Okay.
More Riley Leonard trying to make up things. I feel like one of those backdoor Riley Leonard games when it comes to some of these stat projections. Those could land like 172.5 passing yards, 172.5. Come on, more for me. Now, I wouldn't touch any touchdown numbers or any touchdown projections for Notre Dame.
Yeah, 190 yards would go more than, and 4 picks. It doesn't matter if you had a bad game and they got blown out. No, he won that selection with Prize Picks for you.
Rush yards, 36.5. How do you not hit more on that for Riley Leonard? He's going to have to create with his legs. It's not like they're going to be getting a crazy amount of separation. So I have multiple Prize Picks lineups in right now with different, and again, you can't pick one player multiple times with different Riley Leonard plays. None of them tied to them scoring touchdowns, mostly yards or rushing attempts. That's how Prize Picks works. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, and it's right there at your hands, right in your phone. Download the app right now today. More than 10 million users, and they've given out more than $1 billion in winnings, and they're continuing to do so. Right now, you can win up to $1,000. $1,000 times your cash. That's a lot. All you got to do is use promo code THEOD, hop on Prize Picks. You get a free $50 for a $5 lineup play, and then you also get to play and run your game. Do you believe in Patrick Mahomes' ability to score some passing touchdowns? More than 1.5? Why not? Do you believe in Derrick Henry on the ground against the Bills? I would hit more on that. I would hit more on that twice. Prize Picks is the place to go. They now offer MasterCard, quick, easy, fast deposits within 15 minutes for you to be able to withdraw your money and your winnings from Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game. C-Cat, talking about LeBron James, talking about him and his receding hairline. At least he's not hiding it as much anymore. He's not lying to us, but I do think he might be lying to us about something that happened to him back when he was a teenager. LeBron James jumped on the New Heights podcast. Is that what the Kelsey Bros call it?
Yeah, New Heights.
New Heights podcast.
No one's ever listened to the whole thing, but they all see the clips.
The clips are the only thing. But you know what? Somehow it still is like the number 1, number 2 sports podcast. Who the hell is actually downloading the New Heights podcast and listening to those things in full?
As long as the Chiefs are good, I think they'll get all the Chiefs fans. That's what I would say.
I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm not listening to full New Heights podcast. I think it's probably more Eagles fans than Chiefs fans these days because of Jason Kelsey, who's now retired, and he's doing a lot more of the action and frontline stuff on it.
Yeah, and now Jason Kelsey's wife has her own podcast. Right. Kylie Kelsey, I believe,
they're like the first they're becoming the new Mannings right now, right in front of our eyes.
Oh, the Kelseys in general, yeah, they're just kind of extending that umbrella. Like, who's next? Maybe Taylor Swift gets her own podcast. She needs some exposure.
Swift gets her own podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, they're giving a boost to Taylor Swift. She needs it. You're right. She does need it. Here's LeBron James on the New Heights podcast talking about specifically an event that has been rumored about, and he's giving validity to it.
There's a story about you playing in an infamous pickup game with Michael Jordan when you were 16 years old.
So when I finally was able to get on the court, first of all, MJ, Antoine Walker, and the rest of those guys did not let young guys get on the court at all. And I was 16 years old. I was sophomore in high school. And it takes a while to get on the court. It's usually when the older guys, they get tired and they don't want to play no more. They like whatever. But I did. And I was able to get on the court alongside. I was on the court with Michael Jordan, Antoine Walker, Penny Hardaway, Ron Artest, Michael Finley, all these guys.
Who guarded you?
Nobody. I was unguardable. Listen, I was 16. I was high school sophomore. When I finally got out there, I was like, I'm busting ass, man. I was nervous.
To show out.
C-Cat. Come on. LeBron James is historically known for telling at least fabricated stories, right? Like, he stretches the truth from time to time. A lot of what he says is rooted in truth, but he's an exaggerator. He's an habitual exaggerator or just sometimes a flat-out liar. When he got on TV and said, as he was watching the Kobe Bryant 81-point game, as he was watching that game, he told his buddies before the game even tipped off, I think Kobe might go for 70 tonight.
At halftime, he said, no, 80.
That actually might be of all the lies LeBron has told and gotten called out for, and he's finally acknowledged it this past year about how we call him out for lying when somebody asked him about Dalton Connect, the rookie. And he said, yeah, I really was watching Tennessee games. I believe that. That is probably it's a condescending lie. Because for him to tell that lie would be not only for him to be assuming we would believe he was prophetic enough on a random Lakers-Raptors game in the middle of the year to think that Kobe would go for 70, but also that his buddies would not, legitimately just walk out of the room. Imagine if you're about to watch a game with your buddies. First of all, y'all are all crowded around in the room to watch this random regular season Lakers-Raptors game.
Mm-hmm. Everyone came over.
Sure.
Fat box TV.
Yeah. Group watching party for this, for Kobe versus Jalen Rose. And then you say he's going to drop 70, I would leave. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you put money on it?
See, I don't think that's the most egregious lie. I think that him running to Twitter, him being LeBron James, after Gonzaga's very own Jalen Suggs hit a half-court shot for the win over UCLA in the Final Four, he said, yeah, once he got the ball, I said, that's in from half court.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that one.
See, that's a more modern version, right? We can talk about tall tales from the past that might get stretched as the years go along. Like when you talk about a fishing story, the 3-foot fish becomes 4 feet as the years go on. But that was happening in modern years. That was either 2020 or 20. That was 2020 because there were no fans there. And he said, or 2021, there was no fans there. And he said that Suggs was going to hit a half-court shot to win that game, which somehow, in my convoluted mind, kind of taints that memory of probably the greatest Final Four game of all time.
Yeah.
Knowing that LeBron lied about calling what was going to happen.
Why does he do it? So, with all of the context of the LeBron lies that we know too well, they asked him what was his favorite Godfather quote or movie or something, and he said, there's too many of them.
There's so many.
There's so many lies that he's told, and they're all white lies, right? They don't even matter. It's not like he's lying to us like the government's lying to us. They're changing all of our toilet seats. I feel like that's something that's going around on Reddit. He's telling these lies that don't even matter to the grand scheme of things. This lie right here matters to his legacy a little bit because it will be him saying at 16 years old, I was able to not just play well against prime Jordan and Antoine Walker and Penny Hardaway, but be unguardable. Come on.
This is what LeBron's doing. He's getting to the stage in his life where not one movie is good enough for LeBron James. More Than a Game, I believe, was the name of it when it came out, when he was still with the Cavs, maybe.
Yeah.
He's thinking about the post-career movie that's going to be made, and he wants that origin story to have a little bit of flavor. He wants young LeBron James, 16-year-old LeBron James, to be dropping 25 in a pickup game against Michael Jordan. That's what he wants.
Come on, man. And LeBron was elite at 16. He was great. There was a reason why we called him the chosen one. He got it tatted on his back. We knew he would be great. I'm glad he said that Penny Hardaway was part of this game. You know what? Penny Hardaway is an active Division I basketball coach. You don't think Penny's going to be asked about this at the next press conference? We might not hear from Jordan on it. We might not ever hear from Antoine Walker again. I don't know what the hell he's doing these days. Penny Hardaway is in front of a mic like 20 times a week. Can't wait to see if he can clarify if LeBron actually was unguardable. Get the hell out of here. On the other side, man, we are going to close with some divisional round picks, and we are going to also deliver to you the biggest stat that will change the game this weekend in the NFL. You're going to want to hear that. You also are going to want to hear this if you have a home and it doesn't have the proper air conditioning servicing. EDSIsYes.com. EDSIsYes.com. They are your trusted AC experts in Palm Beach County, a 4.8-star Google rating with over 760 reviews. One of the best decisions I've made since becoming a homeowner was servicing my home with EDS, becoming a gold member, getting 2 check-ins every single year, 15% off repairs, and they have 24/7 support. That means when you go there online, EDSIsYes.com, and you look for something that can help you out, you can schedule one around your schedule, but let's just say you're in an emergency and you need to call them up. Well, they're available for that as well. We know how hot and steamy and unlivable your conditions can be in your home if your air conditioning goes out. I know it firsthand. EDSIsYes.com. Timely service. You can book them online, and even for your plumbing needs as well, EDSIsYes.com. The stat to know for this NFL weekend, plus our picks in the divisional round. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. Stick around on the other side of the happy hour. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, it's Luis Fonsi. In the world of music, versatility allows you to capture a moment and create something amazing. Ford SUVs are designed with the same versatility in mind. The Ford Escape or Explorer can make any day a beach day with room for family and all your gear. And the Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport give you the freedom to go over, around, or through almost anything that comes your way. Ford SUVs, perfect for South Florida. See your local Ford dealer today.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like, uh-oh, than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend. No awkward doctor visits, no prescriptions with crazy side effects, just a powerful, easy-to-use pill that gets you back in the game. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend works in just 15 minutes, and it's stronger than the competition. Use discount code ESPN50 for 50% off your first order. Don't wait. Visit HEXISMD.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
If you're able, please help people affected by the California wildfires. Donate today at redcross.org/ESPN. That's redcross.org/ESPN to help the Red Cross respond and help people recover. A lot of people near and dear out there affected would love your help and participation in that. C-Cat, Karl Anthony Towns is under fire here. We're going to have to give our divisional round picks tomorrow. Karl Anthony Towns is under fire because he pulled up to the Knicks game against the Sixers in a Philadelphia Eagles shirt.
Yeah, jacket. He's a Knick.
He's a Knick, but he's a longtime fan of the Eagles since he was a kid. He pulled up in his Eagles gear to rep his team that's in the playoffs. Now, poor choice of games because they're going against Philly, but I had zero problems with Cat doing that. What I have a problem with is after halftime, he came back out in a Knicks shirt, which means he was allowed to be bullied out of wearing what he pulled up to the game in. I have more of a problem with a grown-ass man changing his wardrobe because people bullied him into it than I do with him pulling up with the Eagles gear on. That's the bigger foul.
You're still wearing that shirt.
I have to wear once you make the choice, you have to stick in it. And I wore this shirt when I pulled up. You criticized it, and I still got it on. What if I would have changed the shirt?
Ooh, that'd be bad luck.
That's what I'm saying. That is the softest thing ever. And speaking of soft, Karl Anthony Towns. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
This is ESPN 106.3, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Find official rules for all your favorite ESPN West Palm contests by visiting ESPN.